What's up, YouTube, man? How are you doing today, man? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing a video that is by Real Life Lore, and it's called How the Universe is Way Bigger Than You Think. Now, I am a very avid space fan. I watch space videos at night about like black holes, wormholes, time, planets, universe, shit like that, galaxies and stuff. Just because it's very interesting to know that there's shit out there, and there's like almost infinite possibilities because space is so actually big. So this video is going to tell us how big space really is. Let's get started.
This is Earth. You live here on this planet somewhere, and everything that you've ever known is located right here. But just how small exactly is Earth when compared to the scale of the entire universe? Let's start by zooming out to where we can see our nearest cosmic neighbor, the Moon. You may think that the Moon is very close to Earth since it dominates our night skies, but in reality the Moon isn't this close to our planet, it's actually about this far away. 384,400 kilometers away from you right now.
And see, it's like I know that, but mostly even like if you know that, you still would think that it's like
It's our night skies, but in reality
that close. Because think about it, the Moon has effects on the ocean tides.
the Moon isn't this close
So
to our
how the
planet,
fuck
it's actually about this far
is it affecting ocean tides that fucking far away? That's actually crazy. And damn, to get from Earth to that's fucking far as a bitch.
away. 384,400 kilometers away from you right now on average. You could fit 30 entire Earths in between this distance, and if you somehow were able to drive a car at a constant 100 kilometers per hour speed, it would take you about 160 days to drive the entire distance. Despite this incredible distance, however, 12 humans have actually set foot here, representing the furthest away that any individual human has ever been away from the Earth, and one of humanity's greatest achievements. This is what the Earth would look like.
Listen, some people don't believe the moon landing. I'll be honest, I don't really care if it was real or fake. I don't have an opinion whether it's real or fake. I just want them to do more.
You were standing there with them, and
Get
if you
me off
wanted
this
to
planet.
communicate with somebody back at home, it would take a message about 2.5 seconds to travel between you and them, since that's how fast the speed of light can travel at. This is a photo that was taken on Mars, and that tiny dot that you see there is Earth as seen from the Martian surface. On average, Mars is an incredible 225 million kilometers away from Earth, but that distance can be as high as 401 million kilometers. That means that whenever humanity finally gets around to landing a human on the planet, that person will be 986 times further away from Earth than the astronauts who landed on the Moon were. In addition, the time delay for sending a message from Mars back to Earth isn't just 2.5 seconds, it's actually more like 20 minutes each direction, which would render instant communication in the event of an emergency. So that means
20 minutes to send the message and then 20 minutes to get the message back. So like 40 fucking minutes? Yeah, in an event of emergency, yeah, you're fucked, buddy. You better be thinking on the spot.
Impossible. When we zoom out even further away, we can find the Voyager 1 space probe, which is the furthest away man-made object from Earth.
I know about this, the Voyager 1 space probe, and there's a Voyager 2. They did like a thing where they launched it from Earth, and they used like the gravity from other planets to slingshot it around to get pictures of all of them, and then it's basically on a course to go out of the solar system.
Located 138 AUs from the Earth, AU meaning astronomical unit, which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which means that Voyager 1 is 138 times further away from us than the Sun is. At some point on its long voyage, Voyager 1 turned its camera around and took this photograph. It may not look like much at first, but in my opinion, this is the greatest single photograph ever taken in all of human history. This tiny...
See, this is what people mean when they say they don't believe this shit, because how do you capture Earth that far away, but you don't get the sun, the planet, the stars, literally anything else? How is that that's why people think this shit is fake, because that doesn't make any sense. I know there's like things about light exposure and all that. I don't fully understand it, but that's sketch.
The pale blue dot is Earth, and I don't think that anybody has ever said something
I need
as
to turn my heat
amazing
on.
about this as Carl Sagan when he said, "If you look at it, you see a dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. The aggregate of all our joys and sufferings. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and every forager. Every hero and coward. Every creator and destroyer of civilizations. Every king and every peasant. Every young couple in love. Every hopeful child. Every mother and every father. Every inventor and explorer. Every teacher of morals. Every corrupt politician. Every superstar. Every supreme leader. Every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Voyager 1 is currently traveling
That's crazy to think about, because, like, I believe alien life is real. They're just somewhere out there. Whether it's in our galaxy or another galaxy. I know people talk about just seeing UFOs and shit, but it's like, I believe that they're out there somewhere. But damn, everyone you ever could have known in the history of life has only ever been born from this planet. And it's going to stay that way for a long ass time. Damn, that's when you really think about it that deep, it's crazy.
17 kilometers every single second, but even at that speed, it won't break out of the reach of our solar system for another 30,000 years. Once we go beyond the solar system, we arrive at our 30,000. At that speed, it won't break out of the reach of our solar system for another 30,000 years.
Damn, so where is it right now in the Oort cloud? 30,000 fucking years just to leave the solar system? Think we're a galaxy. Our solar system is just like the sun and us and then the shit around us. So, like, that's what we consider the solar system. So it can't even really get out of that to even go to the rest of the galaxy for another 30,000 years?
Once we go beyond the solar system, we arrive in our interstellar neighborhood. Here we shift to the light year
Why'd you skip the galaxy?
which is the distance that light travels in a full Earth year, or about 9.461 trillion kilometers. The star Proxima Centauri here is the closest other star to us other than our sun, but it's still 4.24 light years away from us.
Jesus Christ.
To put that into perspective, if it was heading in the right direction, it would still take Voyager 1 over 70,000 years to reach it. In other words, if you drove your car at 100 kilometers an hour like in our previous example to the moon, it would take over 6 times longer than the entire age of the universe is just to finally get there, and it wouldn't even exist still when you arrived. When we zoom out even further, we can see the entire Milky Way galaxy, inside of which Earth is located right here. This yellow dot is the furthest extent of humanity's radio broadcasts throughout history, which means that any possible aliens who live outside of this range are totally unaware of humanity's presence.
So just think. This is our galaxy. So we're right here. The rest of this, there could be other fucking humans, aliens, whatever in this whole galaxy. And this is just one galaxy. There's like a million other galaxies out there. There's no way physically possible that there's no life anywhere else. I'm sorry, that's just physically impossible for me to believe that.
It's complete silence outside of this yellow dot as far as we are currently aware, but the entire galaxy spans over 100,000 light years from end to end. There are over 100 billion stars and over 100 billion planets inside of our galaxy.
Jesus
But
Christ,
you
I thought I
have
was gonna
never
say
seen
universe
the full
in the
glory of the
galaxy.
galaxy at night, because 99% of the stars that you can see with the naked eye are limited to this small, tiny region right here. But even this massive galaxy is nothing compared to the rest of what's out there. Zooming out even further and we arrive at the local group of galaxies, a collection of 54 different galaxies that is about 10 million light years across. But zooming out even further and we can see the Virgo supercluster, of which the local group here is just a
See,
tiny...
this is where I start to get in disbelief a little bit. Wait, hold on. First of all, wait. Now that I think about it, how do they know what our galaxy looks like? If the furthest we've ever been is the moon, how do they know what our galaxy looks like? It makes sense that they can use a telescope and see outside of our solar system, you know, and other shit, like if they took a picture of the black hole. But like, how do you? We don't have a camera outside our galaxy to take a picture of our galaxy. So how did this model ever come to be?
Zooming out even further and we arrive at the local group of galaxies, a collection of 54 different galaxies that is about 10 million light years across. But zooming out even further and we can see the groups of galaxies.
How do you even know this shit? How do you know about Leo 2 groups, or what the fuck is that? Or something Danius cluster? How do you know about this other shit that's out here?
Segment of. There are at least 100 other groups of galaxies just like our own local group inside of here.
But how do you know that?
From one side to the other is a mind-numbing 110 million light years.
Think even at light speed. So like a light year is the difference in light travels in one Earth year. Even at light speed, it will take forever to get to these places.
Even the massive Virgo supercluster is nothing but a quiet and tiny lobe of the great
there's no way you know
supercluster, an enormous structure that is home to our galaxy as well as 100,000 other
That looks like more than 100,000. Also, there's no way you know this. I did hear about this, the Corona Borealis supercluster. It's like one of the biggest like structures in space. It spans like billions of years, and it will take longer than the age of the universe to even cross it or something like that. Because I remember that name.
Galaxies. The distance from one side to the other is 520 million light years, but from even there we can zoom out all
there's
the way
no
to the
way you know
observable universe and see that even the titanic Laniakea supercluster is just a tiny and insignificant part of everything. This is the observable universe, and it contains everything that we know of. It is home to at least 2 trillion different and individual galaxies, which together contain more stars than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth. The distance from Earth to any side of the observable universe is 46.5 billion light years, which means that the entire width is 93 billion light years across. What's perhaps even more interesting, however, is what actually lies beyond the observable universe. Keep in mind that the observable universe is all that we can currently see, and it's entirely possible that the rest of the universe outside of it is
for those who don't know,
larger.
The observable universe, like you said, that's what we can see. The reason we call it the observable universe is because light takes time to travel to us so that we can see it. So that's why the observable universe is light that has gotten back to Earth so that we can see what's happening outside the galaxy. But light that haven't reached us yet that we can't see, that's outside of the observable universe, and that's just the rest of the actual whole universe.
And more fantastic than we can possibly ever imagine. We simply don't know what else is out there because the light from these incredibly distant places has not yet had enough time in the universe's history to reach us yet back on Earth. And the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light, that means that the light from these places will never, in an infinite amount of time, reach
That is
Earth.
just
Meaning that
crazy to
even
think
if
about.
humanity is eternal and exists
There's
forever, there
still
will
shit
still
that
be an
we wouldn't
unknown
know
number of
about.
places in the universe that we will never know about or ever see. So, it is
Unless
very
we go
likely
faster
that
than the
as
speed of light.
unbelievably enormous as it seems, the observable universe is just a tiny slice of what we can currently see of the entire universe. According to the theory of cosmic inflation that was proposed by Dr. Alan Guth, if it is assumed that cosmic inflation began at 10 to the negative 37th of a second after the Big Bang, and with the assumption that the size of the universe before inflation began was equal to its age times the speed of light, then this would seem to suggest that at the present day, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times larger than the observable universe. That number for reference looks like this, with this many zeros. Let this number sink in for just a moment. This would be similar to you thinking that the entire observable universe, everything that you could see, was the size of a light bulb, but then realizing that in reality the entire universe is larger than the former planet of Pluto. Imagine a light bulb in the center of Pluto, but we inside the light bulb were totally unaware that Pluto existed outside of it, and that's
See, that hurts my head. That hurts my head. Because, like, damn, that's fucking insane. And it's the fact that there's shit that we will never fucking know or see. One, humanity's not gonna last that long. I can tell you that right now. But also, like, damn, our technology is fucking shit.
Situation to this. We are all so unbelievably small, but you shouldn't worry, because all that means is that there is so much left out there for us to discover together.
And it just ends on that note. Like, people could probably have a fucking existential crisis watching this shit. When I feel fat, I watch this and realize how small I actually am in the universe. Now I feel skinny again. Buddy, you're still fat. You're just fat on Earth. Watches this in 2200. Just know that I'm dead. But if you were from that year, you wouldn't be saying so cheesy. That lingo would be out of it wouldn't be the slang in that time. I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Feel tiny. Just imagine how small an atom is compared to the actual fucking universe, bro. I'm afraid to die, not because of my death, because I will never find out the universe secrets. Like, we will never know a lot of shit about the entire universe before we die. We'll never know why it was created, where it came from, who made it, what it really is, when it starts, when it ends. Are there other universes? Where are we at? Like, how was it made? Are we the first universe? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. That fucking starts messing with your head to think about that shit. Hey, but we should do more of these space videos. I think this is a really fucking good one. So make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new, man. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and peace.